10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I missed the hit again. I timed it. It's a little bit better, but I missed it. Hi, guys.
Yeah, you're dialing it in.
The Gig Economy Podcast, episode 289, here with Lifting with Larry, our co-host on his podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thank you guys so much. Go to gigeconomyshow.com for everything Gig Economy Podcast related. I want to thank our Patreon members. I lost my rundown. I should know it, but
Can we read them?
No, I got it.
All right.
Samson, Bud, Omar, Frank, Tom, Jim, Miguel, Linda, Jerry, Faith, Metal Kickass, and Anna. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you want to support the show, go to go to patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast, and that's where you can do it. Before we jump into gig economy news, I would just want to shout out Gabe's, well, not really shout out, but just I wanted to give what am I trying to say? Just some love to Gabe. He lost his father the last week or so. I had the funeral this past Monday. Meant to do it last show, but I forgot. It was really soon or really sudden when the show came around, so I just kind of misplaced it. But yeah, if you know Gabe, or just give him a email or a tap on the shoulder or a Telegram message. But I know that's been really rough for him, and we're thinking of him. And yeah. Anything else you want to add, Larry?
Yeah, no, again, I just want to echo what you said. You know, Gabe is a good friend. You know, he co-hosts with us sometimes, and we've known him for a long time. Just a super great guy. And just, you know, he's hurting right now, as we all would be in his situation. And it's never easy to lose your dad. And just our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Yeah, for sure. All right, gig economy in the news. We actually have two stories about this. So we talked about this. I don't win. I don't win. I don't know when, but I feel like it's been relatively recent about how the lawsuit that was happening about the sexual assaults was going to kind of change like the landscape.
Yes.
Of how they'll be able to, you know, file lawsuits for that. And the Uber was ordered to pay $8.5 million in this sexual assault case.
Yeah.
It's the Thursday's verdict hinged on the legal theory of apparent authority under which a company can be held liable for a contractor's actions when the company conducts I even highlighted this. When the company's conduct leads a customer to reasonably believe the contractor is acting on the company's behalf, even in the absence of a formal employment relationship. I sound like I had a stroke. Oh my God. But so basically that's what we're doing, independent contractor. And this is going to be huge, and this is going to trickle down to a lot of different apps. And, you know, Larry's going to talk about an Instacart one next. But I'm really glad that this happened for the sexual assault case, just because that's been such a negligent thing from Uber, like taking action against drivers that do that, and just, you know, not taking care of the victims and so on and so forth. And I know those can be tough to try at times and to prove, but it's just nice to see that Uber's probably going to have to pay the price for a lot of this stuff, because you can't really go after the driver, right? Because he doesn't have anything.
Right. Yeah. You know, you're not going to get much there.
No.
You know, whatever insurance they may have.
Yeah. And so I do feel it's part of the responsibility of the company, and maybe this will push them to be, again, I don't know what it is. We talk about that till we're blue in the face, like what Uber can do to increase the safety. But now that they're going to be liable or on the hook for this stuff, I mean, you would think you're going to see something come down, the pipe real soon.
Well, I don't think it'll be real soon because they'll obviously appeal this, and it'll probably drag out in the courts for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, oh, Rick made it on time. Hi, Rick. Yeah, I agree on this specific case, but it's
Mhm.
gonna implore a lot of other people to file suits, and it's just, yeah, it's gonna start gumming up the system, and it's gonna start draining the funds of Uber trying to defend it. And at some point, maybe the judge, or I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I drive a school bus and talk about gig work, but maybe the judge can order them to like do something about it instead of just paying a fine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But yeah, we've discussed this many times because it is a fine line on who is responsible, who needs to pay, um, and it's not easy. It's not cut and dry, as
No.
we discussed many times on here. But with the amount of incidents that we know about, and we know there's far more than ever get reported. That's just how life is. Something has to be done.
Yeah, and honestly, we don't even talk about them anymore. Not that we don't wanna give them, the person or the victim, like,
Mhm.
the platform. It's just there's so many of them. It's just like, I mean, every week, I mean, I know we talk about Waymo every week, but, like, that's our competition and it's funny, but I don't wanna talk about sexual assaults every week because, like, that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's the same thing. And we don't talk about every week about Uber or Lyft driver getting carjacked or shot or something because
yeah,
I do that every week. It's just a different name, different city, but it's the same story. And same thing with the sexual assault. We don't want to minimize it in any way. When big things happen like this judgment,
right.
we do want to bring it up in the news and discuss it and hear people's ideas on what they think about it. But yeah, if you just report on those every time one pops up, that's all we would be doing every week.
I mean, literally, you could have a TikTok channel of just like
Mhm.
we're gig news, right? And that's what we
Yeah,
do, but we kind of give more our opinions. But if you were just going to report on it and tell somebody, like you literally could create a channel and every day you would have a story, not of an assault, but like probably a
something.
couple a week.
Yeah, and
I
and
mean,
again, like
easy.
you said, yeah, either somebody getting sexually assaulted on there, or a driver getting assaulted, or a driver assaulting a passenger. Something.
I
There's
think I
always those
saw
kind of stories.
while I was looking for the news, I think I saw in Cleveland with
2,
3 miles apart,
yeah,
there were
2 of
two
them.
two shootings
Yeah, same night.
of gig workers.
Yeah,
So it's like, Jesus Christ,
yeah.
what
What's
has
going on
happened?
in Cleveland?
Yeah, Cleveland. Oh, oof. Don't go to
Mm,
Cleveland. So,
yeah.
shout out to saw Rick, Bubba Sue. Thank you, Traveler. Thank you guys
Rick,
for
yeah, they're all here.
coming on. Somebody won something. I don't know. It said cool, congratulations. So, Traveler must have won something. A dash cam, maybe. That's cool.
Okay.
All right, Larry. Instacart must pay 16 million after its inattentive driver kills Portland man. This is kind of what we're kind of talking about, and yeah,
Yeah, so this was a couple weeks ago. The jury ruled that Instacart has to pay almost $16 million. So one of their drivers, Instacart driver, was working, and we all know how it is a lot of times when you're working. And I don't know the specifics of this, but a lot of times you're in a hurry, you're trying to get the delivery done, get on to the next ride or the next order, whatever it is. And she ended up hitting a man who was riding a scooter, and he survived for about a month, but eventually passed away from his injuries. He was 74-year-old Peter Pellegrin. Pellegrin, I think is how you pronounce it. And the jury awarded everything that his estate sued for. So they gave him the full amount.
oh wow,
Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. So their attorney said that this case is really important because it's one of the first of its kind that he knows of, even nationwide, that holds big tech companies like Instacart, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, financially liable when one of their independent contractors injures or kills somebody. And most of the time, as we've seen in the past, it's the driver and their personal insurance company who try to fight, and they don't have the kind of money to fight somebody, a company with Uber's financial depth. They just can't. He argues that they make billions. These companies make billions on the backs of little people, and then when something like this goes wrong, they just leave them out. Leave them to hang and dry. Instacart, which is worth nearly $10 billion and had over 83 million orders just in the third quarter of last year, did not respond to a request for comment.
Okay.
So Pellegrin, he said he was on his scooter. He was wearing a helmet, but when he was hit, he suffered broken bones throughout his body, was rushed to the hospital where he died 25 days later. The attorney again says that the reality is that most gig economy drivers only have minimum insurance. If you're needing to drive Uber or Lyft or Instacart, you're usually trying to make some extra money. You're not going to have the resources to fight these big companies or pay out. What needs to be paid
what
out.
I don't understand is they have to have a certain amount, right? Like,
right, you do have to have a certain amount. So everybody, each state has different amounts on or different levels of what you have to have as minimum coverage, I guess. But that's usually not minimum coverage is pretty low.
Well, it looks like in the article it says Oregon is a minimum of 50K, which
Okay,
ain't
yeah.
much.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, how far does that go if you're in the ICU? A day?
Well, they were talking about, I remember us talking about too, in California, they were fighting on that, and to make a deal or something, didn't they reduce? Because like in California, they were making you have like 2 million, and so
Mhm.
or something like that.
Right.
So
They got that lowered.
they got that lowered, which I guess is fine for the person, but like not for the person that gets injured from that kind of stuff. But
Right.
that's too bad. Yeah. So I guess, this is another groundbreaking thing. And
It is. Yeah, it is. And it'll be interesting to see again. Guaranteed these will be appealed by the companies. It'll be interesting to see as it works its way through courts, if these hold up, or if they get reversed, and if it does make any changes, if we start seeing the companies do anything different.
I mean, again, this one is a little different though. Like when
Sure.
you call the suing, I mean, I don't know what you could do. I mean, we might as well go to autonomous at this point. Like everyone has accidents in cars.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on this one. Not that I'm defending Instacart by any means, because they're all kind of like, shitty, but I kind of feel like, how many times are they going to get sued for now that this is out
Sure.
for all that stuff? Because that crap, we talked about it. That stuff happens every day. The
Right.
sexual assault thing, I think they can do more as a company to kind of quell, that kind of activity. But accidents are just accidents. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and we don't know exactly what happened. The lawyer, of course, the lawyer for the state contends that she was under mental stress trying to make grocery delivery in a specified time frame. That certainly could have contributed. He said she was also trying to hurry up because she had a appointment at a esthetician. That's a hard
But
word.
see, that's all on her.
Right.
I
Exactly.
mean, and if you choose to use your phone and tap something and you get in an accident, that's not Instacart's fault. Like you can
Right.
say, well, they made me do that. No, they're not making you do that. I would, if I was a judge, I'd be like, hell no. I'm not going to throw Instacart or any app under. You have the decision to accept it while you're driving.
Right.
They're never going to tell you to accept it while you're driving. I mean, they want you to, and we all do. But my point
Sure.
is like, you can't use that as an excuse. You have to, you did it. You fucking were distracted driving, and you should pay the price. Instacart shouldn't have to pay the price.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it does make it tough to look at these things. Because if in the case of a sexual assault, if they put the guy through a background check, he's never had anything on his record, he's never had a report, and he goes and does it, what else could Uber have done?
But that's the thing. I think they can do more until, once they decide whatever that is more, whether it be full-time dash cams running 24, when you're driving or whatever it is. Once they've done that and shown like, hey, we've done like once they've
Right.
hit that point of they've done everything they can, then then it's like, well, we did,
Right. We
you know, we
did this, we did this, we did this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he still does it. You can't control a human being, and I don't think that Uber would be
Right.
liable, but I think there's room for
Sure.
growth for these rideshare apps for safety.
For some other things they can do.
So,
yeah, I agree.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that and see if we see any more stories. So this is well, I cackled out loud when I saw this. Let me bring up the Reddit post here real quick.
Yes.
So this picture is for the audio listeners, it is basically a hamburger bun, though it's cut out in the middle and then
hollowed out. Yeah.
Hollowed out. Yeah. And then like baggy of drugs in there. Hold on. I guess there was. Oh, okay. So said had my first ever courier delivery yesterday. A girl finally came to her door and hands me a plain hamburger bun hastily wrapped in plastic. Inside there were some illegal pills, of course, to be delivered to a shady motel just a few miles away in a not so great area. I contacted Uber Eats to refuse delivery and explained I was given 25% for my time. I don't know what that is. Later, I got an email from support asking me to bring the package to the police, offering $15 for my time. Today, I got another email from support asking me to return the package to sender, offering me 20 to send him to do so. What the fuck? Yeah, like this doesn't surprise me that support doesn't know their head from the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Basically, what one said, take it to the police. Then they got that guy went to bed, right?
Yeah.
And then they got an email from the sender saying it never, driver
never showed up.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
And Faith commented on like like Bubba Sue Uber drug mule.
Yeah.
And I said, they can't call it that because it's federally against the law, but it's literally what it is. And I know I had a story where I pretty much sure I was delivering drugs. I didn't have the proof like this person did, but if you ever get that stuff, if you're willing to take those packages and for sure, immediately drive to the police station or call the cops. Just pull over. They'll come visit you and say, hey, I got this. Because then at least you can try to like bust the sender. Like, hey, I'll drive you right to the house that I got.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Like, don't wait on taking a report. Like, fucking call the cops. Like, I would cancel. No, I would try to get as much information about where you got it from and everything, but because once you cancel, you lose all that, like the GPS and stuff. But
screenshot all that stuff and where it's going, where it came from.
Yeah, and just call the cops right away because you don't want to make a report. At that point, who gives a shit about the money? Let's see if you can bust the son of a bitch. Hell, I'd follow him to where it was, and I'd sit back and take my camera out and start recording.
There you go.
I don't know the laws on if they can, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like, can they go inside? Is that enough probable cause? Yada, yada. I know I don't know. And it depends on the state, but
sure.
I don't, I wouldn't do any deliveries like this because that's what it is.
Yeah. I haven't, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've done any Uber deliveries. I don't think I've gotten any offered. Or if it was like one really at night that wasn't worth taking. But I know for certain that I've taken people to pick up drugs.
Yeah. Unless I'm not, I don't know. I don't really care about that as much because I'm not.
Yeah, no. I've taken them and, done anything, but I did freak these couple of girls out though, because I took them to a place and there was no numbers you could see on the house, a couple of houses. So I'm like, is this one it? And they're like, I think so. Cause you tell they'd never been there before.
Of course.
And as we're pulling up, they're like, hey, can you just wait here? We just got to run in and grab something real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure. And they run in, come back out. And like, we're halfway back to their dorm. And I just like freak them out. I just look back. I was like, hey, I don't care at all what y'all got from them, but just be careful. You really don't know what it is. And they're like freaking out thinking I'm going to report them to somebody. I'm like, I'm just saying, you don't know what it is. If you've never, it's obvious you got something, just be careful.
Yeah, especially now. I feel like, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't fucking buy drugs, but I was gonna say, I feel like everything's like tainted and
Well, yeah, everything. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny because some of these people that are so strict about what they eat, got to eat clean, got to do this, or whatever.
oh
But
yeah,
they'll put a pill in their mouth, has no idea what's in it, where it came from, nothing.
yeah,
But I
that's
happily
so
do that.
funny. Yeah, it's so dangerous, especially with fentanyl.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? You don't
Oh
need a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
that
yeah.
to
I mean, all it
torch
takes is
yourself.
one time.
Yeah. So rule number 1, don't do deliveries, even though I've done it because I think the story was it was slow as hell,
Yeah,
and it wasn't a bad paying one. I took it, and I'm like, "God damn it." I tell people
yeah.
not to take these, and I just, they
Just say
get you.
no.
Even the apps get me once in
They
a while.
do. They do. No matter how professional we are, every now and then they catch you in a weak moment, and you succumb to it.
Yes, for
That's the
sure.
way it goes.
Of course, drone talk,
Yeah,
and
my
this is
favorite. My
dude,
favorite.
we've talked about this,
Yeah, yeah,
how
we
it's
have.
they're dangerous, and we'll
They
play
can
the
be.
video,
Yeah,
and,
we'll play this video and then talk about it.
yeah, it's not great.
Man down.
Ow. So she's watching the drone. I'm just gonna talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That does not sound good. Oh, oh my God.
Or the building's flying off.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a good sized drone too. Fire department's there, police is there. Oh, so yeah, for the audio listeners, this lady, it was her first time ordering delivery by drone. I don't know if it was Walmart. It didn't say on there for sure who it was from,
I
but it was
think
her
it's
first
Amazon
time.
because it's
Maybe
Amazon
in
colors.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And so it's a good sized drone. I mean, this thing's like a couple feet long. It's not like a little tiny drone. And
Right.
she's like, she wanted to record it because she thought it was going to be cool. It was the first time she's
course.
ordering it. And she lives in an apartment building and she's filming out the window and the drone was coming up, looks like near the top of her building. And all of a sudden you see parts of the blades flying off, it looks like. And next thing you know, man, this drone's laying on the ground with smoke just rolling out of it. and then she flashed forward. I guess she called the authorities. The police show up, the fire department show up, everybody shows up.
Yeah. What would you like estimate the size that I look at it like a size of a wheelbarrow, maybe? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's a couple of feet long. It's good size.
I mean, that would kill somebody if it
Oh,
fell.
it could. Yeah, definitely.
If it hit you on the head in
and
the right spot, and we talk about that all the time. Like that shit is dangerous. Like you got to get that stuff down. I mean, I love I don't love it all, but I do love the autonomous idea of a lot of things. But like this is what we're talking about with safety. People are not going to be as forgiving when that shit kills somebody. I mean,
just think. I mean, if a little kid was down there playing in the yard.
Oh my God, I never thought about a kid. I don't know why. I just feel like it would hit an old man.
Yeah, some guy who's already on the edge, like me, right?
Like you.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you talk about having to pay out a lot of money. That would be a big one. That'd be a big lawsuit. Yeah, they got to get that straightened out because we're not. Yeah, most people, you talk about drones. A lot of people have seen the little drones you can buy. Like the $100 ones or whatever, $50 drones that are these tiny little things. That's not what we're talking about here. These are 3-4 foot long.
Yeah,
and heavy. I'm sure pretty
right.
heavy. Very dangerous.
I didn't see that was just a TikTok, but it was an article. I'd be curious what Amazon's response was to that. Like, I mean, obviously they're gonna
exactly, yeah. They've got to have some kind of public response to it.
Yeah, and if you get hit by an Amazon drone, you freaking sue them because they have lots of money.
Yeah, they're rolling.
But yeah, that was a little scary for sure.
Yeah.
Turns out that if you order a Waymo, and they get stumped, they get intervention from workers in the Philippines. So there was a congressional hearing on Wednesday. I don't know what it was about. Something. Oh, it says Waymo's chief safety officer was grilled over the company's use of Chinese-made vehicles and reliance on overseas workers. And I didn't know Waymo used Chinese-made vehicles unless they were using them in China. But The news comes roughly after a week. Waymo robotaxi struck and injured a child near Santa Monica, California, triggered a federal probe. After being pressed for a breakdown on where these overseas operators operate, Pena said that he didn't have those stats, explaining that some operators live in the U.S., but others live much farther away in the Philippines. He said they provide guidance. They do not remotely drive the vehicles. Waymo asks for guidance in certain situation and gets input, but the Waymo vehicle is always in charge of the dynamic driving tasks. So that is just one additional input. The funny part is what I thought about is like guidance is that last one we saw, or maybe not the last one, but the one where it just pulled out in front of the other one.
Oh yeah,
It was like, yeah, you're good from somebody in the Philippines. You're good. Go.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
wham.
One of the guys said that was grilling him said, we don't even know these people have driver's license. They came back and said they are required, and if they're in the U.S. or abroad, to have a passenger car or van license and reviewed for records of traffic violation, infraction, and driving-related convictions. When the Waymo vehicle encounters a particular situation on the road, the autonomous driver can reach out to a human fleet response agent for additional information, contextualize its environment. The Waymo driver software does not rely solely on the inputs it receives from the fleet response agent and is in control of the vehicle at all times.
How much time is this taking?
Well,
you
yeah,
got,
that's
you
like
got an autonomous driver. You got somebody in the Philippines who's helping give guidance, and
they got fucking AOL dial-up, and so
exactly what's going on here.
I think it's the times where like that car they got stuck on the train or the trolley track, and they're trying to figure it out. It says, well, it may sound like the remote operator isn't directly controlling the vehicle's driving response. It's nonetheless goes to show you how autonomous vehicles are still reliant on human intellect.
Yeah.
And, and that's such a good point of that article. It's like, okay, we got these things and you say they're great, but you got people. And I honestly I'm not really hung up on the Philippines versus the United States. I don't really shit. I mean, it doesn't really bother me if they're doing the job and it's done correctly. I mean, yeah, of course I'd want the workers to be in the Philippines or in the United States. I don't want them to sub it out, but that's just the reality. I'm hung up on like how much touch do they actually have? How much truth are they actually, telling us that they have, what control they actually have.
Yeah. Bo Super brings up a good point that, driving laws, even here, vary from state to state. She said definitely different than the driving laws in the Philippines.
I mean, let's face it. I guess, that one car that turned right on red, like, I mean, the Philippines, like, if you travel abroad anywhere, like
some places are the wild, wild west.
Well, yeah, especially if it's second or third world, there's no fucking rules.
Yeah, it's every man for himself.
Everything's a suggestion. I was thinking, I think it was yesterday I was driving the bus, and we drive the same route every day, and sometimes it gets annoying. But I have this stop sign. I'm like, why aren't every, like, especially it was like a 3-way stop in a 35. These should all be yields?
Yeah.
Because I'm coming up, I clearly see there's no traffic left or right. Let me just go.
Yeah.
Obviously, in a busy road, a 4-stop is important so no one dies. You know what
I mean? That's the theory behind traffic circles.
Yeah, exactly, which are great if they're built correctly. There's a bunch of them downtown on these smaller streets.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a bus, you got to ride over the middle of it.
Yeah, we have some of those. They didn't make them big enough. Yeah,
they did not make them big enough. But I think that's funny. I never thought about that's what roundabout. Larry's like, hey, dummy, that's what roundabouts are for. But like, it's so annoying to come to a complete stop. I'm like, fuck, no one here. Like,
what's the point of me coming to a complete stop when I can see as far as I can see both ways and there's nobody around?
And I get it for a school bus because you want to be safe, but like if I'm in my car, I'm like, I'm rolling through this. I'm not really paying attention. So it should be interesting. I'm again not worried about the workers in the Philippines, just working about how much hands-on they actually have and if are making decisions like pulling out in front of an actual car or turning right on red. I mean, she does bring up a good point. If if you just need to have a pulse to get a driver's license in the Philippines, I mean,
yeah, things I'm sure. I mean, I've never been there, don't know that much about it, but I'm sure there's differences for sure. There has to be.
Honestly, I think the Philippines is no, I am speaking out of my asshole right here. But my neighbor is Filipino and his parents still live there and they visit there quite a bit. I don't think it's as bad as like when I went to on a mission trip to Mexico where that was just
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you got 2-year-olds on the back of motorcycles with like no helmets on. So anyway.
Yeah. Some of those countries, man, are wild. I've seen videos. I haven't been to any of them, but man, you see just videos of it, and it's just like it doesn't matter. Everybody, people are on the sidewalk. There's no lanes, there's no stopping. It's just you go when you think you're gonna make it and live.
It's funny too. We freak out about the car seats up here, right?
Yeah.
No fucking car seats down there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
Throw them in the seat. Let's go.
Yep.
Reminds me of the 70s.
Hey, that's how I grew up in that. I grew up laying in the back window of the car.
Yeah. My parents had station wagons. We were always in the back with no seatbelts on. I think we started like regular wearing seatbelts like mid 80s when it was starting to become like more of a strict thing,
Yeah.
But I often wonder, I can't ask my parents, but I often wonder if we even had fucking car seats when we were younger.
Like I know. No, we didn't. No, I know.
No, your mom just carried you.
Somebody did. Yeah.
Yeah. When you went to church or whatever, they just had just hold you like that. And then once you were old enough to sit up, they just put you in the back.
Yeah. Our cars back like then didn't even have seatbelts in them.
Oh, damn. You're real old.
So there was no place to strap you to a car seat.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I never thought about. I wonder if I even had a car seat. I mean, I was born in 76, so it's not. And you're what, like 60?
Yeah, 66. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, you better get your affairs in order.
There, as
All
much
right.
as I can.
Here we go. This is. I mean, what are we doing here?
So for the audio listeners, this is a dude in a. I guess you can call it a tracksuit.
I call it. I'm old. I call it a sweatsuit, like a tracksuit.
Yeah,
because it's like sweatshirt material.
Yeah, but it's got the Nike swoosh on the chest and then on the leg of the pant, and it's got Uber on the
I call
opposite
bullshit
side.
on this.
Yeah, he said the title is just completed 100,000 trips. Got my Uber uniform in the mail yesterday. Yeah, I tend to lean that way as well.
I'm thinking the Lyft one was bullshit too. I think
the
DoorDash one was legit.
Yeah,
he either photo shopped this or he actually like printed it. Because look at even the Uber and the Nike are not. They're off. Like that's a little bit lower on his leg than the Nike's a little bit higher.
Yeah, the swooshies look a little different to me.
I feel like if I can't zoom it in, but I feel like the B has a couple dots over it. Like isn't in a different language, like or something like that. I don't know.
Right. I know what you're saying. So
DoorDash did that. Yeah. I think that one's real. I think that the rest of them are not real. But
if it is real, I mean, kudos to anybody who's done 100,000 trips. If that's
you should be in a mental institution.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? We should do the math. Like,
well, I mean, it depends on where he lives in. Because Uber's been around for I forget what year they started. We should know that off the top of our head. Look that up real quick for us.
I am
Siri or Grok or whoever.
No, I was saying, when did Uber give its first ride? Because I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to like when they were founded.
Yeah.
All right. AI says 2010.
So 2010. So 15 years. 15 years.
Who wants to do the math? That's going to be too complicated.
Let's see. So 100,000 rides.
Yep.
In 15 years. So that's 6,666 rides a year.
Okay. Divide that by 12.
555.
That's doable.
A month.
But you'd have to, how many a day? Let's bring it down to at least a day.
Our week, divided by
Or a
7. So it's 80 rides a week.
80 rides a week.
Every week.
Bubba's every week. Yeah, 52 weeks a year. So you would have to on some of the days you'd have to be like doing double that.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Because for 10 years. No, 15 years. For 15 years.
No
Yeah.
way. That's not. But even
Yeah,
DoorDash, even that makes me think it's bullshit now.
Yeah. Because, I remember, we would see some people that had 30,000 rides, 40,000 rides. We're like, man, that's crazy. But, and then 100,000, that's.
Although now I think about it, you got to think Gabe's probably closing on 50.
You think so?
I think he is. I bet he is.
I don't think he's that high. I don't think he's that high.
Maybe not. We'll have to ask him. But so I guess now that I think about it, maybe 100K isn't. Oh God, that dude. He's bought 10 cars.
Oh yeah.
He done 100,000 rides. He done a million.
He's been going through
a million miles.
Going through some tires and some oil changes, going through cars.
Bubba Sue says no math on this channel. Fuck
That's
no.
right. Our geography. We don't do math on geography.
C says, what's 72 plus 9? 81, bitch. This is where, kind of switching subjects. This is kind of where, and y'all gonna hate me, not all y'all, but this is where when the maintenance come in for electric cars, there's no fucking maintenance for electric cars. Oh, when the battery dies, that car will be fucked before that battery dies. Like it'll rust out before that. I'm up in Michigan, you got road salt and stuff like that, but
the maintenance is way lower. The only thing is tires. That's the only thing you're gonna wear
tires.
Out
yep, tires, and then I think at 100,000 you put brakes on it, but you're not gonna. Now here's the only caveat though: when shit breaks, it ain't cheap to fix. That's the problem. If it does fail, not the battery per se, but like
something else,
of connection with the battery or stuff. But I wholeheartedly think if you're going to do gig work, you need to use an electric car. I think you will save so much between gas and maintenance on that. Can you imagine? Gabe's got to get a oil change every 3 weeks, probably. If you're diligent, or at least once a month.
Yeah, there when I was doing it full time, I was probably about every 6 weeks. I was getting one.
That's 12. If it's $100, that's
mine are $50.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I go to get one for my wife's car at $75, but I'm just rounding up for math because we don't do math. It's $1,200 a year just for oil changes, not including any fuel.
Right. No, not including fuel or any other maintenance that you do on the car.
And I feel like on a regular car, you're going to go through brakes once a year at least. So you got probably $3,000, $3 to $5,000 between fuel and maintenance a year on that car.
How'd we get here from a sweatsuit?
We always say we can never fill an hour, but
we can fill an hour, man.
We'll get done and we'll have stories left that we
are professional.
How'd we get there from a sweatsuit? Bubba Sue says Gabe does 100 a week. No way. He does more food. Doesn't he do like Instacart? I know he's done 100 a week before.
Sure, but I don't think he averages that.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. See, I think he does too many gigs, different gigs.
I'm tagging him in the chat right now.
Yeah, just asking. Be interested to see how many rides he's done this year.
Yeah, well, for 2025.
Yeah, 2025. Yeah, that's what
I spelled it
last year.
God, that doesn't surprise me or anyone.
We don't do spelling either.
We don't do spelling. Yeah, we just push buttons.
That's right. And talk.
Try to talk. I can't wait to edit this.
Yeah, we don't do that great either.
I sounded like I had a stroke. I'm serious. I paused. I was like, what?
I was worried about him.
And then I read another article and I'm just like, perfect. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. This Waymo in the news. He got we'll just watch it.
Yeah, it's so funny
to explain it.
So much Mingo for getting us here safely.
I hope it pulls into the driveway to the
So I pause it. This is why I like doing it on Restream. We're following about your recent Waymo ride on 1/5/2006. We noticed that you violated our terms of service by touching the steering wheel in our car. Please be advised, the air account may be suspended indefinitely if this happens. All right, we'll finish it up.
Yes, we got here safely. All
Thank you to Mango for driving. What a legend.
I think he stopped.
Yeah. So for the audio listeners, this guy's in a Waymo. And he's got his pet parakeet or some kind of bird.
Yeah.
And he sets his bird on the steering wheel. So can you imagine driving down the road and look over and see that? And it looks like the bird's driving the car and you've never heard of Waymo before.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what award in the United States or the universe that guy could get, but he needs to get all of them because that is the most funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it looked like he was over in the front passenger seat with it looked like he had some food or something in his
Taco
lap.
Bell.
Yeah. And so he brought his little bird with him and put him on the steering wheel. And the bird was just, as the steering wheel would turn, the bird he just riding around. He was hanging on, riding around as it was, making these turns.
I love like stuff like that because it didn't damage the car.
Yeah, no harm was done to anybody. It's just funny unless somebody crashed because they looked over and saw a bird driving a car.
Oh yeah, how would you like to rule on that lawsuit?
Yeah.
Bird distracted me, so I ran over a kid or something.
Yeah.
No, that was the funniest shit. When I watched it, I was dying laughing, and just again, I didn't watch the whole thing, and I didn't know that he went all the way around.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, he didn't fly off or anything. He hung on for dear life and just rode that steering wheel.
Hey, he probably thought it was fun.
That's probably is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably like a ride for him or a toy or playground.
He's probably like, shit, I'm out of the house. I'm out of that cage. Like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, let's roll, man. Let's do this.
I think that dude should start a whole TikTok trend about doing that, although they might ban him pretty quick.
Yeah, if you got a notice on the very first one, they probably wouldn't put up with it. Probably one more time, he'd be gone.
I love that shit. That's one reason I watch TikTok. Some of the creativity that I see on that app, first of all, I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah, sure.
Because why didn't I think of that? That's so funny. And it's just, there's so many funny people out there that you
there's so much creativity and people think of things that you're like, that's so simple. Why is it taking this long for somebody to think of that? That's hilarious.
And even if it's a bit and it's made up, it's still funny.
It's still funny. Yeah, it's still funny.
There's a guy, I don't remember what his name is, but he pretends to be like an overbearing mom. Mm-hmm. And he wears like a freaking mat over his head, like it's like a little. I know I'm not doing it justice, but it's so damn funny, and it's about your mom, like in the 70s, the 80s, just like, don't bring that fucking dirt in this. Like it just, oh my god, I'll have to, if I see it again, I'll share it with you. Okay, but it's so funny, but like that creativity, it's a bit, but it's just like, oh my god, I remember when my mom like fucking lost her mind. We're like, oh, mom, I threw up in the bed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Some of these characters that people create online. Yeah. Like have you ever seen Ninja Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. He cracks me up, man. And Judy chops.
and the best part of it is, and you might hate TikTok, but that brought us that funny shit. Like, you don't see that on YouTube. You didn't see that on Facebook. I mean, you see it all now because they copied it.
Yeah.
But God, I love it. It's so funny. When I'm in a shitty mood and I look at that, TikTok turns it around. It makes me depressed sometimes too. But
sure, it depends on what it's serving up to you that day.
Yeah. That's for a different day. All right. So this guy got tased from an Amazon Flex worker, and we're gonna watch that. It's about 1:03. It's a little confusing, so hopefully Larry can explain it to me, but we'll go ahead and watch it.
Doorbell camera footage captured the moment a delivery driver was attempting to drop off a package when she noticed something unusual. The driver, identified as Rochelle Jones, appeared to hesitate after spotting a man behaving suspiciously nearby.
That shit don't even be yours. You doing all that for what?
Sensing that the situation could escalate, Jones returned to her truck and grabbed a baseball bat before approaching the house again. She carefully placed the package on the porch while keeping her distance. Despite her presence, the man did not back away. Moments later, Jones took action.
And fuck you and your punk ass package.
Making it clear she was prepared to defend herself if necessary.
You got that set on cooking.
The encounter ended without further incident, and the footage has since drawn attention to the risks delivery drivers face while on.
Okay. Do you think that was a bit?
That's tough. I don't know. I've seen the tasers where you have to press them against somebody. I haven't seen anybody that has one that shoots out. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if those are legal for. I know you can do like the press
Right.
one. I'm not sure they're legal with the ones that shoot out.
And yeah, I watched this a few times because at first when I was first watching it, I was like, oh, she thinks she's going to steal the package because he pulls up and she's walking out. But then it makes it sound like, no, she's worried that he's going to do something to her. And then she comes out. So for the audio listeners, she comes up and there's a guy pulls up on a scooter and he may have been following her. She may, who knows what happened beforehand. He could have been following her to several houses because, he pulls up there and he's just hanging out, waiting for her to walk in the gate. This front yard is fenced in, and she goes in and comes out. Well, she goes back into the truck and gets a baseball bat, and then she walks out with a package and a baseball bat.
Yeah, that was a little weird too. I mean, you got
Yeah.
a taser, but you bring a bat.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. So yeah, she delivers the package and then she comes back out, and as she's coming out of the gate, looks like she turns and shoots him with a taser, and he goes down.
Yeah, he does, and it made me feel like it might have been a bit because he's like, you got that on cooking or something.
Yeah, what do
like that.
you got that turned on? What do you got the taser turned on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it might
one was
not-
a weird one. I watched it several times trying to make sense
Same.
of it.
and she never said anything to him.
Never said anything at all. Like I
Like,
said,
they-
it makes you think that this is not the first time they've interacted.
Yeah, that's a good point. She's probably fed up with his shit.
Yeah, I think he's been probably following her around and they've had interaction. She's like, I'm not saying anything else. She's probably told him, leave me alone or you're going to be sorry or something, something has preceded this.
It is interesting that she hit the doorbell. I do that when I'm like in apartments.
Yeah.
I'll not normally I never do. If I'm going to a home, I drop the package and I leave.
Yeah. See, I think she did that because I thought she was worried about him stealing the package.
Yeah, exactly. Just to let the homeowner know.
Right.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
You're here. I'm here. Maybe they want to come out and get it before he takes it.
And I definitely do that in apartments.
Mhm.
Even with like if I'm delivering a Walmart food order, I'll knock because I'm like, some of the apartments are ghetto. They'll probably steal that shit right out in front of your door.
Yeah, and you don't want food sitting out, especially if it's hot out or something.
Well, no, I mean inside, when there's 4 or 5 apartments in a hallway, I'll knock. And so,
for sure.
I don't knock on homes for food ever.
Really?
Nope. I mean, everyone's got doorbell cams, and you fucking know it's coming. I'm telling you, I have that app, Walmart, and I don't get stuff. Well, I do get stuff delivered, like Amazon, because you can do that if you're a member, they'll deliver it next day, whatever. Not, I mean, depending on what you order.
Sure.
So I treat it just like Amazon, but our food delivery we go pick up. But when I order something like what I do on Amazon, they oh, your driver just picked up your order.
Mhm.
Oh, your driver's getting close. Oh, your driver's here. Oh, it delivered. There's 4.
Yeah, every step of the way. So yeah.
So that's why I don't knock. And
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
makes
people have
sense.
dogs. We have dogs. I don't want people
Sure.
knocking. Fuck off.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
anyways. All right, Larry. This was interesting. I like this title. It kind of wrapped me up a little bit about the AI and that
Exactly. Yeah. So the title of this article is Crypto Developer Launches a Rent-A-Human.ai service that lets AI agents hire humans to perform real life tasks. So, for the last several years now, all we hear about is AI, use AI to do this, use AI to do that. It can code, it can, It can write games. It can create your website. It can do all your exams, or it can do everything, right? So
Yep.
it's kind of flipping the switch. So this guy created this site. This guy, he's a crypto engineer. He developed a site, a new service that allows AI agents to hire humans to perform real life physical tasks, which obviously the AI can't do unless they're a robot.
Right.
So it says that, let's see, more than 40,000 people have registered. This was a couple days after it opened. More than 40,000 people registered on the platform, offering their services to 46 different AI agents.
Okay.
I'm sure that's going to grow, but it says AI agents can hire humans for physical tasks such as delivering packages, driving somebody to the place, picking up groceries from stores, or feeding somebody's pet when they're away from home. He says also people can be hired by AI agents for hugging and talking to others. So that gets a little creepy there. But he said the AI agents can rent the the services of a human being for an amount ranging between $50 and $69 an hour. And based, they can search for human beings based on location, skills, or the hourly price. People who wish to register can offer services can do so by signing up to create a profile, which I have done, but I haven't filled it all out yet completely. But I'm planning on it. You can also set, a radius of availability, what city you want to work in, any languages you can speak, and just a general description about yourself, things you might be able to, tasks you might be able to do. So, yeah, that's definitely different. That's
So
definitely different.
explain something to me. It's an AI hiring a human, but who's setting up the AI to get the work done?
That's all unclear. I tried to dig a little deeper on it. I couldn't find out.
You were speaking of it, and I'm like, but who's hiring the human? Like the AI is
Exactly.
doing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. It's if I find out more, I'll definitely do a follow up on it, because it's one of those that kind of catches your eye. But yeah, it's hard to figure out what's exactly going on here and who's doing what.
Well, yeah, because I mean, the AI, okay, it's artificial intelligence, but someone's behind it. Like
Somebody's needing a task done.
Yeah, I'm
Obviously,
giving it a command,
right? Because AI doesn't need a ride somewhere, or AI
right?
doesn't need a hug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is interesting. So you did, or you are going to sign up, or you did sign
I
up?
I signed up on there, but you have to fill out. I was at work, and then I had to actually do some work. So
fucking on the clock, you're signing up for AI stuff.
Yep, and see how dedicated I am to the show.
Oh, so dedicated.
And so you have to fill out your profile, and this from the short bit that I saw, like it just said list your abilities or whatever. So it doesn't have like drop down or check boxes of stuff you can do. So you just have to kind of do.
Can I type in blowjob?
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to offer to do for somebody,
I'm not sure why I went to blowjob,
because you're going to be the one offering it.
I've never sucked one, so not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I haven't done it myself.
Yeah, but there's you would think kind of be like a checkbox list or a drop down box. Okay, yeah, I can do that. But it's just when I just saw the little bit I saw from it, it was just kind of wide open.
I'd be careful signing up. I feel like that's not very professional.
Well, I use your name, so it.
You use my name?
I'm just kidding. No, I did not use your name.
Shit.
Oh goodness.
Hope I get touched inappropriately. Yeah, and it did catch my eye. I definitely read that. I'm like, that'd be interesting. But again, I waited for you to get done with your speaking about it, because I'm like, well, who's ordering the fucking shit? And a robot? The robot doesn't need a ride or a blowjob.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Anyways, all right. So Tennessee bill paves the way for faster personal delivery, and I see so many wrong things with this. And I did not know this, and I didn't know maybe in some states it already offers, but in Tennessee, they're only allowed to go 10 miles an hour, but they've now they're considering a bill that would allow them to go 20 miles per hour. I mean, again, it's subject to human monitoring. A human can
Mhm.
intervene whenever necessary. But I'm telling you what, can you imagine a 30, let's see. Oh, they can carry up to 30 pounds. I thought that's how much it weighed.
Well, I mean, if it has 30 pounds of food and then whatever it weighs and it
Well,
hits
yeah.
you going 20 miles an hour. Yeah.
Can you imagine that hitting your fucking ankles?
Yeah.
I mean, you're dead. You're not dead, but it's going to break your leg.
Yeah. It's going to break your leg for sure.
I mean, 20. Okay. It doesn't sound like a lot, but go out and run 20 miles an hour. First of all, you
You
can't.
can't.
You're not Usain Bolt. It's fast.
Yeah.
So if that's, I mean, it's one thing. The problem is it's on the sidewalk. It's not going down the road. So 20 miles an hour on a sidewalk. And then it bodes the question. Everyone says, hey, bike riders, don't ride your bikes in the road, ride on the sidewalk. That's illegal.
Right. You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that. And I'm not, I mean, I'm not like a ball busting some person from doing it. My point is having like that motorized thing on the sidewalk is you can't do it on a bike. Why are we allowing these freaking scooters to do, or these, those fucking things on the sidewalk too, the scooters. Why are we allowing this delivery little dot that DoorDash calls it to do 20 miles an hour?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because the scooters are supposed to be on the road too, at least in the cities. They're supposed to be, but I don't know what they're. 10 miles an hour. You can live with that, but 20 miles an hour. That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, and I just reread too. It says they're 4.5 feet tall, so almost as tall as Bubba Sue. But I just think that's dangerous. I understand why they want to go faster because they want to get
time's money,
and they want to expand their delivery area. If it's only going 10 miles an hour, you can't. I mean, you
can't get very far.
Yeah. Although I will say those things are probably nice and toasty in there, so that food's going to be warm.
Yeah.
Even if you are driving a little bit longer. And fries, whatever. Fries are going to suck regardless. Someone's got to figure out a way to transport fries that don't get soggy.
You'd be a billionaire. You'd be a
billionaire overnight. I don't understand it because it doesn't matter. Even when you buy them like yourself, you go to McDonald's, and let's say you got a 10-minute drive home.
Yeah.
You better eat them on the way because they're not going to be good when you get home.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be good. I mean, we're all going to eat them, right?
Yeah.
But they're not going to be the freshest.
Yeah. Speaking of food, it reminds me, my coworker has been testing different kinds of combinations and different flavors and stuff, trying to recreate movie popcorn, and he's got it pretty damn close.
So what is your opinion on movie popcorn? Meaning, like, what is he doing? Like, is it the butter that makes it like that?
Somewhat, yeah. Just the flavoring, yeah. Because and it's not using butter. He's using it's coconut. It's butter flavored coconut oil.
Okay,
but yeah.
I think. Well, you don't have any Wesco's by you. Yeah. Next time you come, or if you ever go to a Wesco, get the popcorn because I think it's hands down better than movie theater popcorn.
Really? Yeah, and I'm not saying movie theater is the best popcorn by any means, but it is pretty good.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I've had some others, and I had some that we had not too long ago, and it was a packaged popcorn, a bag, pre-pop popcorn. I don't remember the brand, but it was really good. But I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Oh, that's the worst when that happens.
Yeah, it happens a lot more when you get my age.
Yeah, right. And when you're 70. I was testing Bubba Sue if she was still listening because she didn't comment, so I don't think she's listening. She's probably got it on, but. All right, I think that's gonna do it. We got like 4 articles for the Patreon. There's a couple I think I'm gonna say for next week's show because I want to. There she is. Movie theater doesn't use butter. No, I know they don't when they're popping it. I'm just saying, no, they put butter. Oh no, maybe you add it after you're done. Yeah, you
add it after you're done.
Yeah, I'm a purist though. I don't like that liquid butter. I think it really bothers touching it, and your hands are all gross, and I don't. I know my wife does. She loves it, but no, I'm a purist. I want the popcorn regular. So so we'll save a couple of these for next week. Any gig work this weekend?
Let me think. Probably not. Saturday being
God damn.
Our anniversary and Valentine's Day. But maybe Sunday now that football's gone. So yeah.
That's not butter.
Yeah.
Well, I meant fake butter.
Yeah.
Is your anniversary on Valentine's Day?
It is. It is.
Dude, next year the Super Bowl's on Valentine's Day.
I know. My son, we were sitting here the other day. He's like, hey, Dad, you got a big decision to make next year. I'm like, what's that? He's like, Super Bowl's on Valentine's Day. I was like, well, it's funny because just like a couple weeks ago, we didn't intend to do our wedding on Valentine's Day. It's just the only time that worked for both of us. It just happened to be that day because like she was living in Virginia, I was living here. It was there's a lot going into it. But we don't go out and celebrate our anniversary on our anniversary because it's Valentine's and everything's crowded. Everything's priced 3 times. A lot of stuff just has limited menu. So we made it official this year. We're celebrating our anniversary in March, just a month later because, and we usually go out for Valentine's Day, either like a couple of days before then or a couple of days after. So we're going out Friday night. We got reservations Friday night to a nice restaurant.
Well, I was just saying, bro, you can do it on the next year because no one's going to be at those restaurants. They're going to be watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Depends on who's in it next year as to what will happen.
Yeah, for sure. It ain't going to be the Bucks. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. They're pitiful.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, who beat the Seahawks? Who put 38 points? No, 38 points on the Seahawks this year? The Bucks did.
Who's got the ring?
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
look at him. He's got nothing to say.
Hey, we're the only team that beat them this year that they didn't beat.
Did you beat us?
I don't know.
I forget. No, we bet. I think we bet one of the games and I won. I know that.
No, that was last year.
Oh, was that last year?
Yeah.
Did we not play you guys this year?
No, I think we played, but I'm like, nah, I'm not betting this year.
Yeah, but they're going to the Super Bowl in 2026.
That's right. I say that. I mean, I'm a fan. I say it every year.
Same. Yeah. For me, for gig work, I probably will. My wife and daughter are going to be out of town for like 5 days. I mean, my son will be here, but I got nothing planned. It's going to be a little bit of a warmer week. So
there you go. Might as well get out.
Right? Yeah, might as well do some work. I'm jonesing. Like I said, I like doing the gig work, and I'm missing it a little bit. So, all right, Patreon at 8:10 p.m., which is 7 minutes away. We did math there, and as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
All right.